You're hearing me and everything? Okay, cool. All right, cool. So, yeah, so I guess one of the important things that we're going to work on together, and most of you are either already signed up inside of my visualization portal, or you're getting signed up. I've seen a few that were even signing up right before we got on the call here. So no worries, but we're going to use that portal to help you guys play at the highest level. And as John mentioned, I work with some of the top players in the world, and with a lot of youth in various sports, but mostly volleyball, because that's my passion. I played that in college, right? And so, but I want you guys to, first of all, buy in to the idea of visualization, right? So many of us have practiced some sort of visualization. I know when I was a kid and I first started to wrestle, I used to go to sleep at night and just start to think like, oh yeah, I'm like imagining like the moves that I would make, the next day. And some of us may have done that pretty intensely. Some of us may not at all. But the concept of visualization is extremely important. A lot of different people out there teach visualization. What I teach, we've used at the highest level, and we've taken people in all areas. I've taken girls who were riding the bench to starting in 3 weeks. I've had players, we've had players of other sports that we've taken all the way from, in baseball, from the minor leagues into the pros, making $1 million a year, right? So the things I'm going to give you, the tools we're going to use, are valid. They work. And in fact, I'm going to share my screen here with you. And let's see if hopefully I have it. Let's try here. Let's try doing this, and then we'll present. That should work. Everyone see that? Oh, no, it brought it over here. I don't like that. Get that out of my head. It took you guys away. But do you see this screen where it says game ready?
I can't see it.
No, sir.
Okay, so it did not like that. Let's come on, computer. It's giving me the wheel of death, guys. So we'll
Is it something that we could present for you?
No, let's see if I can get it to work again. Let's see your entire screen. Let's do that. Okay, here. Now we'll do it. Okay, did that work? It says you're presenting your screen. There we go. Finally, it worked. It just so there you see it says game ready, right? Nope. Someone's shaking their head. No. You don't see it.
If you guys had Josh pinned, you have to unpin him, and then you'll see it.
Ah,
it's there. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. There we go. So that's the key. Unpin me for a second here. So so the idea of what we're there we go. Oh, there we go. See, it's freezing on me. Come on now. That's what was going on before, that wheel of death. So maybe my computer, I hear it laboring quite a bit. Let me see if I can kill some stuff. Yeah. Okay. Let's just stop sharing then, since it's that program's not wanting to. My PowerPoint's just not wanting to work right now. So I want to just share a few things. I'll just go over them with you then, instead of using the imagery, which is always better. Imagery is better, and that's the whole point of what we do. But what I do with you is hypnosis. Has anybody ever? You can raise your hand or put in the chat, in the chat here. Has anybody ever gone to a hypnotist, or have you ever participated in like a hypnotism show, right? And sometimes they bring you up and they'll do this, like, right, they'll have you like clasp your hands together. By the way, you should pin me back on your screen if you unpin me. And they'll be like, all right, now your hands are stuck together in like the world's strongest glue. It's holding your hands together. And then they'll be like, okay, now it's like being welded together, like increase the pressure, right? And then so there's all these kind of tricks and things to do to hypnotize you. But the idea is just that you believe and you allow yourself to be open to suggestion, to just be open to anything. Anything's possible. And allow yourself to be hypnotized, which just means you allow someone to take control of your self-imagery, of your thoughts, and just kind of coast a little bit and let somebody else control those. So for this to work, for what we do, for the game ready recordings that are in the portal, if you listen to them before every practice, you listen to them often when you can't play right now, but listening to them, when you're doing your right before practices or on a Saturday when you would have been playing in a tournament, allowing yourself to listen to that and really buy into it. Just allow yourself to be hypnotized. You'll notice when hypnotists bring people up on stage, that's usually show, right? It's just a big show. But you'll notice that people that aren't really listening very well or not going along with it, they'll ask them to sit down, right? You've seen that? They're like, no, you go sit down. So let's all allow ourselves to be hypnotized. Woo, lights went out. Let's allow ourselves to be hypnotized, okay? So that's the first piece. If you're going to have success with this, you have to allow yourself to be suggested, right? To allow these suggestions to sink in, to believe them, all right? And so that's step one. The second major piece of allowing yourself to be hypnotized is focus. So the best you can to eliminate distractions around you, right? Sometimes when you're doing, I remember I was working with one of my pro players, even you guys who were on the calls the AMP calls last spring. Dustin Watton was on there. Josh Eisenberg was on there. Both of them, when I first started working with them, they're like doing these meditation slash hypnosis sessions with me right before their matches in the stands, and they were like opening their eyes during it, and it's like they had to find a space where they weren't getting distracted. So the less noise, the less thinking you do, the more effective this is going to be for you, right? Can we think that simple mind? Keep your mind simple. So who here is someone who always self-doubts or always second guesses yourself? Maybe you're told maybe you think too much, right? Or you worry too much, those kind of things. It's time to get rid of this, right? So get rid of that. Get it out of your mind. Focus. Don't think about it. Just focus on one thing. Keep it simple, right? The best athletes in the world rid their mind of doubts, fears, all that. They just have a focus, okay? Someone asked Michael Jordan, if he ever thinks about missing a shot. He said, why would I think about something that's not happened yet? I didn't miss the shot. Why would I think about missing the shot? Right? I mean, if I miss the shot, then I'd think about it and try to think about how I could get better, right? But so stop thinking about possible negative things that could happen. Stop distracting yourself. Focus. Simple. So suggestion, allowing yourself to be suggested, right? Second, focus, all right? And then the third piece is relaxation. That's what we use for relaxation is your breath, breathing. Now, there's a really wise guru, they call him in India, Sadhguru, Sadh, and Sadhguru says fear comes from the heart. So how do you eliminate that? You slow your heartbeat down. And how do we do that? By calming the breath. Okay, scientists have looked at deep breaths. So deep breathing, focused deep breathing, and monitored deep breathing decreases stress throughout your body. And it also increases the awareness of your mind. So it increases blood flow, it increases oxygen flow that helps you think faster, be more aware, the blood flow to help your body respond more. Like scientists have studied this, and literally calming your heart by increasing your blood flow, right? And by allowing that blood flow to be more patterned and more slow, right? And we like to use beasts to help us to in what I do. We use different animals, and I love the crocodile because the crocodile. Does everybody do the crocodile when you're a kid? Like do crocodile stuff, right? Yeah, there we go, right? And the Florida Gators always do that, right? Watching their football games. Do they do that in volleyball? Maybe they do in volleyball too. I'm sure, right? And but they can slow their heart rate down to 2 to 3 beats per minute. It's just a cold-blooded killer. Who wants to be a cold-blooded killer? Who wants to be out there and everybody on the court is freaking scared you're going to tear their head off, right? So, right, there we go. You can also comment, right? So, in the chat. So, this is what the breathing does for you. Fear comes from the heart. If you want to get rid of fear, doubt, all those things, control your breath. Deep, controlled breathing. Cool? All right. Yeah, watch out, everyone. Cat. And then the next step is imagery. Now, as you listen to these game readies, you'll notice I use some, obviously visualization is a huge part of what I do. I just mentioned we use beasts, and when you listen to the game readies, you should listen for the visuals I give you. For example, AWAR, that's Carly Lloyd's favorite, is AWAR, and that's when your hands go up if you're a setter or if you're a hitter, right? Or if you're a blocker, you're seeing your hands as the literal rattles of the rattlesnake. So you're here and it's just like, boom, it's like telling everybody, I'm about to set this ball, or, I'm about to bang this ball, or, you know what I mean? Or I'm about to put this ball straight down. It's just this idea, and it just makes you lead with your hand, and it creates this visual idea of like, I'm just a bad snake. Like I'm dominant, right? And so these cues, I use Timar. Make you think of a watch for Timar to help you with your timing, right? And seeing the snow leopard literally jump out of your watch, right? These are things that I learned from one of the world's greatest memorization coaches, Bob Cattell. He's a friend of mine. In fact, you can find him on Udemy. He has like really great, if you want to do better in school, go buy his 10 or it's like $15 on Udemy. You can find Bob Cattell. To remember that, you could go Bob Cattell anything. Bob Cattell, right? So anyway, he's a really brilliant memorization coach that can help you memorize lots of different things. And so imagery is huge, and I've built this system using the beasts together with Bob's amazing memorization techniques. This is world-class stuff, guys. So really, really pay attention to that when you listen to the game readies. And then again, we talked about the visualization portion of just seeing. yourself be successful. Now, this piece is really important because how many times do we say we want something and then we have self-doubts or we see bad things happening, right, in our minds? Has anybody ever had that happen? You like say you want to do something, but then you start to go like, I don't know if I can, or like, you're like, I don't know, that blocker's just too big. I just can't see myself getting around it. Or I don't know, I shanked that last pass. All I can see is that last pass in my mind, right? That's happened to me. So, and so with that, we have to believe. We have to believe in the possibility that what does not exist right now can exist in the future. If I picked up this phone, if I lived 100 years ago or 200 years ago, 1,000 years ago, it would have burned me at the stake just by what I have right here on my phone. Yet here we have the world at our fingertips. Who would have ever thought that was possible? And it was imagined out of nowhere. We imagined it into existence. Think about this. Your body duplicates itself every 30 to 60 days. Did you know that? All the cells on your body die off, and then your body regenerates it. We can create life, right? You guys are all children of somebody, right? We have the power to create. You got to believe in your power to create your future. I mean, it would be a disgrace to humanity if after something bad happens, we all just said, well, I guess I can't do it. And so, right, wouldn't it be a sad world? And so that's what we're doing here. We're patterning your mind with visualizations of seeing the right things happening and marrying it with belief. And when you do that, it's more likely to happen. Okay, are we bought into that? There's all sorts of science around this. I've shared last spring. I shared with you girls the that were here a study by a doctor down in Australia named Alan Richardson, who did the landmark study on visualization and how basketball players who actually physically practice shooting and basketball players who just thought about physically shooting free throws all increase their free throw shooting percentage about the same. Even weightlifters physically increase their ability to lift heavier weight at a lower percentage than those that actually physically did it. But there was actual physical improvement in their bodies just by visualization. So this stuff has been studied for the last 20, 30 years, and it's getting more and more prevalent. Believe, okay? Believe in this stuff. Cool. All right. So those are the components for us to be successful with this program. Please believe that this can happen and allow yourself to just give in. Don't fight it. Be the good participant on stage at the hypnotist show. Go along with it. Right? Focus. Just focus on the words that are being said in these recordings. Just be focused. Right? Relax, use your breath, and then really good at imagery. For those who are new to this, you may go do one of these game ready recordings and you might go, I couldn't see anything. Right? Did that happen to some of the girls who did it last spring? Yeah, you're like, I can't see anything. And does anybody remember what I said the best suggestion is to help with that, to prime yourself? Anyone? You can unmute yourself.
Was it to watch film before?
Boom. Best is if you can watch film. Who was that, by the way?
Allie.
Allie. Cool. What's up, Allie? There you are. Thanks, Allie. So, yes, best if you can watch film of yourself in the first person. That's, unless you're wearing a GoPro, that's usually not going to happen. I don't know. You could probably watch, somebody's Instagram. I see the beach players, at least all the time, are wearing GoPros and doing film on their Instagrams, right? So if you have some trouble, go watch some of their GoPro, in the first person, so you're seeing everything, right? And just get a feel of how to visualize and then listen to these recordings. So you get a little bit of a primer for yourself. Okay, cool. All right. I think that's a good preface and a condensed and simpler version of what I did last year. I think it took us an hour and a half. So we did a really quick crash course on this. I want to take you through a live game ready so you guys can feel this live and get a sense of it before you start listening to the recordings. Do we have any questions about it before we get into it? Or any comments from Kat or Garrett or John, anybody? We're good. Okay, awesome. All right, I'm excited for us to keep work together. This session tonight is for us to just go over what exactly this is and the importance of it. It's hypnotism. Give into it, right? Okay, and then you want to listen to these as close to play as possible, right? And when you have practices. So as close to practice as possible. I usually do them live for my kids in the car, or most kids that I work with, they listen to it on their way there. If that's too distracting for you, then you can do it before. There we go, lights. And so as close to game time or play time as possible is best. Okay? That clear? All right. And then we're going to do this game ready so you can get a real feel for it and then ask any questions afterwards. But then our sessions after this are really going to be focused on, hey, Josh, I was playing for the first time and I just felt totally out of control. Like I was spatching balls to the wall. And I'll laugh because I'll be like, yeah, most of the time your first time, especially if you're a naturally high energy person, like you just have a hard time controlling this new weirdness and feeling that comes from the game ready. Some people will be like, yeah, I felt it at first and then it wore off. And then we got to talk about how to sustain it, right? And so all these things are going to be things we're going to discuss in these calls over the season. And so I'm excited for you guys because other clubs around the country aren't spending the time doing visualization and keeping themselves, as I told you, there's studies out there. This will physically help you maintain your abilities even when you can't play as much. Visualizing yourself in full-on competitions will help you keep the edge and the physical neuromuscular patterning in your body. I know that was a big word, a big college word. Neuromuscular patterning. It's the muscle memory is usually what we call it in layman's terms. So, cool? All right. Now, hold on. I'm going to get a drink here. People laugh at me. I have my Simply Lemonade water jug here. If you saw my Instagram, I played ball this morning. I have a friend who he built an entire house across the street from his house that's just an indoor sand court. That's all the house is. It's a beautiful, gorgeous home. Anyway, I played there this morning, so I'm a little bit parched. So, all right, cool. We're gonna get into this. Are you guys ready? All right, let's do this. Okay. And we're going to do, this one is pretty general that we're going to do, but we can always go into, you can, as you listen to the recordings, you'll see that it's partitioned by position, at least the three major positions. You're either a hitter, you're a defender, right, a libero, or you're a setter. Okay, so I kind of put them in those three categories. And so you'll listen to them and they're specific. They use the animals and you can pick very specific animals that you resonate with and that work on things that are important to you right now, things your coach has been coaching on, or any of those things. All right, let's get going then. So again, be good. What's a hypno-T? I don't know. be a good, play along with this and be a beast. There we go, John. Be a beast, and let's just allow yourself to listen to my voice. Allow yourself to let me in and to listen to my suggestion. Trust me, and really allow yourself to give in to this process. And I promise you, it will help you more. It'll be more effective. So go ahead and just find yourself in a good position where you're relaxed. There's not a lot of movement. Best if you have some good posture and you're able to sit up and just straighten your back a little bit. And you want your chin kind of this, you've seen meditation poses, so you can, whatever position you feel relaxed in, and you can be laying down or sitting are usually the best postures to allow your blood flow the best. So go ahead and just listen to my voice and get in the position where you feel most comfortable. And I want you to close your eyes. And as you close your eyes, I want you to focus on your breath. I want you to breathe in through your nose for 4 counts. 1, 2, 3, 4. And breathe out through your mouth for 6 counts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Breathe in through your nose and expand your belly as you do. Breathe out your mouth and collapse your belly. I gave you 4 counts and 6 counts, breathing in and breathing out. But as you start to focus on your breath, I want you to really just make it comfortable, but make sure it's deep breaths in and deep breaths out. Really allow yourself to breathe and focus on that breath. Remember, focus on that breath. There's nothing else existing right now except for you and your breath. Your breath has so much power. As you breathe in, feel the power of life, of energy, of success come into you. See it almost as if it were a physical thing. And as you breathe out, I want you to let go of fear, doubt, any mistakes that you've made. Let them go. Focus on that breath. And as you focus on that breath, feel yourself relax more and more. And as you start to relax, I just want you to forget your breath and just start thinking of all the things you're grateful for. What do you have in your life? Be grateful for your family and your friends, the life that you get to live. Be grateful for your teammates and your coaches, and be grateful for this time that you have. Be grateful for your body. Be grateful for the talents you have and the way you get to use your body to play sports. Think of all the things that you're grateful for. Just let it build inside of you. Really allow yourself to think of these things, and give yourself a second and think of anything else that you're grateful for as we pause just for a minute. Now I want you to start to see some visions in your mind. I want you to see a gate in your mind. I want you to see it as vividly as possible. Create it in your mind. Sometimes it's a wooden gate, maybe it's metal, brick, big, small, whatever. You can see it made of anything you want. But see a gate, pick it. Don't keep wandering. Pick a gate that you see in your mind. And I want you to walk up to it. I want you to open it up. And I want you to step into the most beautiful place of nature you've ever been. It could be a combination of places you've been before, or it could be just totally imaginary that you create in your mind. But look around in this place of nature. Just span the horizon in your mind. See the beauty of the skies. See the land and the formations. See the waters. See it as if you're right there. See as much detail as you can. And then I want you to hear the sounds in this place of nature. You might hear animals, birds passing by. You might hear the rustling of leaves from the wind or waves crashing. But I want you to hear sounds. I want you to feel the vibrations of those sounds going into your ear. You're so connected. It's like you're right there. And then I want you to connect physically. Maybe you're laying down on the beach, run some sand through your fingers, or you're in a grass meadow. Wherever you're at, find a way to physically connect. And feel the sun. Look up and feel that sun just shine on your face, warming your body. Oh man, it's right there. It's feeding you with energy. You can feel it. And then I want you to take in a deep respa breath, is what we call it, a respa breath. Breathe in one of these deep breaths that we've done and feel the power of this place of nature just come inside of you. All the great smells, the fresh ocean breeze, they're empowering you. It's all this time that you take to create this imagery in your mind of this place of nature that feeds you. Give into it. Allow it to feed you. This is where your strength comes from. Anytime you take a deep respa breath, you can feel the power, this sanctuary that no one can touch. No one. It's right there in your mind at all times to empower you. And as you feel that energy and strength, I want you to look out in your mind with your eyes still closed and see a second gate. That gate is the doorway into the gym. See yourself step through that threshold. See yourself looking down. See yourself in your gear. You're ready to go. And as you walk towards the court, you're just feeling it. You're feeling the energy from your place of nature. You're feeling the gratitude in your life. And you're just ready to play and be your best today. As you do, feel your body it feels strong. You feel powerful. You feel in control. You feel focused. You're going to dominate today. And as you do, see yourself warming up. If you're a setter, see yourself set and just butter right from the start. If you're passing, see that ball just come off perfect, right? As you take your swing, every swing feels powerful, strong, controlled. You can hit the ball anywhere you want. Feel this dominance, feel this control right from the start as you're warming up. Your body's feeling so good, you know you're going to be unstoppable today. And then I want you to hear the whistle and see yourself step up to the court. See yourself get to your position. Whatever position you play, see yourself ready for the match and see an opponent on the other side. Go ahead and hear that whistle blow and see that first serve come. See yourself or your teammate pass that ball, just moving their feet, getting that split step, just grinding with their feet and just making that perfect pass. And then see the setter just set that ball. Just perfect set. Effortlessly. And see the hitter go up and just put that ball away. If that's you, see yourself hitting that ball. Wherever you fit in this scenario, see yourself carrying it out. See yourself celebrate with your team. Do you hear your teammates screaming and yelling, excited? Do you hear yourself getting excited? Now see the next play. See yourself serving. See yourself so focused and throwing up that perfect toss and connecting and getting that ball over. See an ace. See yourself cheer with your teammates. Get excited. And then I want you to see yourself coming down and getting your position on defense. See, it's their turn to serve. And see yourself just make the perfect play. Move your body, get in your position, and make the stop. See yourself make the block, make the dig. Do everything perfectly. You're in the perfect position. You are working as hard as you can. and you're so focused. You can see it. You are unstoppable today. Nobody's going to be able to get anything past you today. You're a beast on defense. See yourself. Just imagine yourself as that beast. Whatever your favorite beast is, just see yourself. Just roar. Just growl. No one can stop you. And see maybe your teammate make a mistake. You don't even care. See yourself take that deep breath. Pull that power and strength into your body, and now see yourself as that beast and just dominate. Just come out and kill the next ball. Come out and sink your claws into that next set. Come out and stick that beautiful, perfect platform out there and pass that perfect ball. See it all just coming together. Nobody can knock you off your game. See yourself picking your teammates up. You're so dialed in today. Every single play you make, see yourself hitting the ball perfectly, passing the ball, setting the ball perfectly, covering, serving. You're a complete player today. You can feel it, and guess what? Your teammates can see it and feel it too. See your teammates recognize your greatness. Hear the words they say to you. Holy cow, I've never seen you play like this before. You're a beast. Like, whoa, what a bang. Like, what a block, right? Ace, right? See your teammates getting excited for you and recognizing your play today. And as you do this, I want you to see you impose your will on the other team. See yourself making play after play after play. See a difficult point in the match where the pressure is on. It's tied. And it's at 23 all. See yourself step in, take that RESPA breath, and see yourself make the play on that point. Who cares about any other point? Make this point. See yourself put the ball away. And as you do, celebrate one last time with your team. Get pumped. Hear the words. Hear the screams. Hear the crowd. And then I want you to step off that court. Just feeling your body just like, oh man, I gave it all out there today. Everything. I left everything on the court. And then as you do, I want you to see yourself walk back towards that second gate, that threshold into the gym, and step back into your place of nature. Now as you do, I want you to immediately find a fresh source of water, maybe a well or a brook, some stream, and go cup some water and just take a drink. Feel it go down your throat, hit your belly, and then just radiate throughout your body. It's feeding with such power. Let it feed you. And as you look around inside that gorgeous, beautiful sanctuary of yours, your place of nature, go ahead and take one last deep RESPA breath through your nose. Feel that power come into you. You're a beast today. You're unstoppable. You're indomitable. Feel that feeling and carry it with you out of your place of nature. See your first gate, walk up to it, open it up, and then step outside. Then open your eyes because you are game ready. All right, I saw a bunch of you like really getting into it. So that's good. Tell me how you're feeling. After doing that, do you feel relaxed? Do you feel energized? Do you feel like focused? Tell me the feelings you're feeling. Hyped, strong. All right, good, relaxed. Everybody's going to have a little different response to it, okay? Everybody's going to feel a little different. Don't think anything less of yourself if you didn't feel the same thing that somebody else felt. Just worry about how you feel and focusing on yourself. Cool? All right. All right. Any questions? Anything you guys want to talk about? Good? All right. I think we're good there, Kat. I think that's a good first session, and obviously we'll be able to delve in deeper in further sessions on how to improve this, and make it a better experience for each person, and have it translate onto the court, which is the most important thing.